Bora lá, guys. Onde a gente parou? Falar com o Ludovico aqui, prender a minazinha lá, eu acho, né? Deixa eu ver o que ele vai falar pra gente.
Inspector? Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
Ela realmente quer ser presa.
She wants to be arrested. That's not the kind of behavior I expect from a suspect. Perhaps she's carrying a guilty conscience. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Ainda bem que tem essa opção. Talvez ela precisa ser detida até eu acabar minha investigação. Sabe por que eu tava pensando ontem? Que mataram o cara lá que é meio passar informação, né? Então, se todas as pessoas que, tipo, ficar a pazona assim, alguém deve estar me observando, certeza, mano. Que mataram o mano lá. E agora eu vou matar ela, mano. Ou ela não. Ou ela matou, não matou. Ainda estou considerando as opções, mas não duvido que tenha sido ela.
Arresting the Prophet could spell the end of her career. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report. Oh, and let me give you some advice. Look into Cedric Kincannon. He's hiding something. I'm sure of it.
Beleza. Ó, level 20. Chama, pai. Diálogo. Nossa, a gente tem bastante, mano. Que isso? Caramba. Interessante isso aqui. Eu gosto de me mexer pra caramba, mano. Jogador de FPS, né? Colocar na movement. Bom, o que a gente vai fazer agora? Vamos não, esse daqui a gente já faz já. O segundo. Será que eu vou ver o corpo do... Vou fazer esse daqui antes, depois eu vejo o corpo da condutora Godinage da autópsia da Helena. E eu faço esse daqui logo em seguida, vamos lá.
What floor would you like to visit?
Saguão,
To the lobby we go.
Let's go. Workplace Malaysian. Is a moral bankruptcy. Pertinho, telefone. Nossa, mas o jogo que eu tô ansioso pra começar é o Assassin's Creed, mano. Vou te say. Eu já tô achando esse jogo bonito, imagina o Assassin's Creed. Sério? Ah, mano. For my brother. Combate quem?
reeks of unhappiness. Wanted to make you smile.
Acaba a música, acabou o combate.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Perea Spaceport.
Certo, certo. Essas pontes longas bem exigem, meu. Legal, né? Paisagem. Da hora. Ok. Local de viagem rápida. Bom, muito bom.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much. Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
Tough
Well,
guy.
you ain't gonna stick that nose anywhere ever again.
Charme.
Regret? Regret? I regret nothing! You're going down!
Então vamos.
I'm taking cover! Take us down!
Vocês não vão aguentar, pai.
Time to die.
Cara, até o... Vai morrer? Nossa, errei. Então vamos. Nossa, nossa. Matei ele, puta que pariu. Ah, eles estão me atacando, eu não vou desistir não, filho.
Reloading.
Nossa, vai me matar. Se eu morrer, fudeu. Nem fodendo. Tá, então sem querer eu fiz merda ali. Mas agora a gente vai consertar essa merda que a gente fez. Ah, meu Deus. Eu ataquei alguém que não devia. Os caras me atacou primeiro. Foda-se que eu vou atacar todo mundo também. Quero nem saber, filho. Vamos ver se a gente consegue ter um diálogo com esses caras.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector?
Eles não são da
See,
Esdras.
Sluglight Underground don't like that much. Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw! You want to say that again, pal? Quick, everyone!
É, ele não é da Slug. Já ataquei os caras errados.
Reloading!
Agora foi. Mas cara, ninguém faz nada aqui também. É. Nunca vou saber.
Hello. Welcome to Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Não, na real nem queria falar com você, desculpa, irmão. Só quero... Acho que nem é aqui, mano. Toma. 3,6.
What do you want? Shh, not so loud. How'd you know it was me? That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto. Well, they ain't talking to me, at least. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing. That I can do. What do you want to know? So, how do I help? I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
Okay.
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved, drunk. The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air. We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her. I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because 'cause I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time. I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief. Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was. Long story short, I got out of there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone. I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... to my... fridge-rator. I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down. Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean? Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Auric's not a bad guy. He's just got an unusual job. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again. Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Hopefully they make more sense to you. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
No, tá
Okay.
bem.
And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble. I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
Deixa eu ver.
What do you want to know?
Foi ele?
I remember sending her the recording, but law, I was halfway to preserved by then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious. I wish that were the dumbest thing I ever did, but it's not.
Cara, é sério também, hein? Quero saber sobre esse cara aí. Onde eu posso encontrar ele?
Oric hangs around the spaceport most days. Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy-up bunks at the shipping yard.
Certo. Sobre
What
Helena.
about her?
Isso é interessante. Como era sua relação?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
Por quê?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand,
Acho que ela não
but
queria
I
você
don't.
morto também.
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each. What do you want to know?
Valeu, irmão. Vamos lá falar com esse mano aqui antes.
Hey, pal.
E aí?
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick? Then maybe I'm your guy. The name's Oric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe. Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need. Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff. Can't argue with that logic. Yeah, I know, Birdie. What do you want to know? You may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there. He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
Se ele dá uma relaxada, né? Tá ligado?
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it. Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart. Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Valeu, irmão. Só isso por enquanto. Falar lá com o Ludovico. Dá pra dar um flash trevor? Não, vamos sair antes, né? A gente tem que sair daqui. Que isso? Nota para trabalho de assassino de aluguel. Ofereço trabalho para qualquer um disposto a apertar um gatilho e encher os bolsos. Há alguém investigando um assassinato de Leonard de Bonança. Meu cliente precisa que essa pessoa xerita seja eliminada. E não se preocupe em ser sutil. Na verdade, não seja sutil. Após aceitar o trabalho, certifique-se de conferir o seu beliche nos fundos. Você encontrará uniformes dobrados debaixo do colchão. Vista-os depois disto o caos e o tumulto que desejar. Deixe bem claro que o território da Slug é estritamente proibido. A recompensa é de 40.000 bits para todas as drogas de melhoria de desempenho que puder sonhar o comerciante. Isso é estranho. Oh, esse aqui é melhor, mano. Vou desmontar esse aqui. Vamos lá. Estranho. Então os caras tá me perseguindo. Contrataram alguém pra me matar. Interessante. Oh, já vai lá na cobertura já. E aí,
Inspector,
Ludovico? Consigo localizar o Bert Buraco Negro.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Infeliz e suspeito. Não parece bom para o Bert. Bert é uma figura, mas é inofensivo. Eu me sinto um pouco mal por ele. Sim, ele roubou a vaca lá, mas até então, mano, não foi ele mesmo não.
That's ominous. Ah, Bertie Holcomb. How have you gone and complicated my life this time?
A única pessoa que pode confirmar onde ele estava é o fornecedor dele. Bert estava incrivelmente bêbado na noite do assassinato dele. Na história dele é o fato de que ele é uma cabeça oca na primeira linha.
I wasn't aware Bertie was involved in contraband. What kind of dealer are we talking about?
Uhum. Ah, é.
Of course, you're right. My apologies. Bertie's behavior is my problem to solve, not yours. Even if Bertie isn't responsible for Helen's murder, his conduct is vexing to me. He may require a lesson in
Aí é com
consequences.
você, meu parceiro.
Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie
Não.
killed Helen?
É possível ainda, estou investigando minhas pistas. Parece provável, não mesmo. Que diferença faz? Prenda o cara, faça alguma coisa contra ele e segue em frente. É possível, ainda estou investigando minhas pistas. Será, mano, que eu falo que não? Eu não sei, tá ligado?
Understood. I appreciate your candor. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me?
Eu sei quem matou a Helena? Ainda não. Calma aí. Não tô com totalmente certeza. Não tenho certeza disso ainda. Isso aí. Eu nem uso eles, coloco qualquer um, hein, tá bom. Isso é bom. Bora lá.
What floor would you like to visit?
Pra onde que eu vou fazer mesmo? Calma aí. Tá marcando o que aqui? Cedric. Está fazendo progresso. Quero ver esse daqui antes do corpo dela.
What floor would you like to visit?
Acho que é aqui mesmo já.
To the lobby we go.
Let's go. Aqui em cima. Acho que eu subo. Ô, produtora.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Aí sim, hein? Pode falar. Você se importa de lavar as mãos antes de dar... Porra.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and
Caramba.
painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure. Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion. Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
Alright. É, eu não tenho space. Com Serge. Deixa eu falar com ele. Acho que eu tô Precisa do cartão, né? Porque eu tentei subir lá no VIP e não consegui.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Deixa eu ver quantos minutos já tá aqui. 35. Preciso de acesso ao andar dos hóspedes VIP.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Deixa eu ver se eu consigo subornar ela. Tem bastante dinheiro.
Oh, how careless of me. Actually, that's not the only way I was careless. I just remembered you have VIP access rights as a special guest of Slug. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Valeu, meu bem. Tá vendo? E quantos de bicho eu tenho? Tá pra caralho. Eu tô quase 10k, viado.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
What floor would you like to visit?
VIP.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Deveras engraçado. Segurança da Slug. Aqui. Não precisa tocar campanha não. Irmão.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Sacar sua arma. Eu vou entrar no personagem.
Why didn't you, fool? It was in the script. Wait. Now that I think about it, you do smell rather like the Aether, old blood and unwashed feet. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Estou aqui para investigar o assassino de Helena de Bonas. Meu nome é Hope Honor. Sou capitão de uma nave.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more
Fala pra caramba.
Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Bicho, você fala, hein? É, pô.
Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Oh! Hello. Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend.
Espero que sim, né? Deixa de conversa fiada.
You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me. Back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Mano, você tá delirando, velho.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation. Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it. How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Então ela não foi morta pelo veneno, então. Alguém matou ela mesmo.
Very well, then. Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end? Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer. I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Eu não duvido, esse cara é meio doido.
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Deixa ele.
I'll answer whatever you wish. Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids. I'll ask you this. If you'd been the star of cinema for years, then suddenly found yourself scrounging for bit parts while a younger person stole the limelight, how would you feel? In short, the two of us weren't close. But that's not to say my dislike of her was so extreme that I tried to do anything
Não entendo.
drastic. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
Sim, senhor.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject. Must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover.
Será?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve. Very well, then.
Valeu.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrare, blood, terrare, unidentifiable biological fluids, terrare. Yes, Inspector. Logical analysis indicates these substances were not present in the bottle's original contents. This bottle contained Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrare biological fluids may have significantly improved its flavor. These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress in humans. Large doses can be fatal.
You're here. I hope you have the photon proto-district. Ask me anything at all. Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense. That, yes. Yes. I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints. I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
Esperto aí, mano.
What floor would you like to
Falar
visit?
com o chefe.
To the lobby we go.
Acho que a gente tem que descer mais um, né? Não.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation. You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide. Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest. Well, yes, I'm positive. Why? How? Oh, fine. There may have been times I left Helen's meal unsupervised. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Spencer Rochen e o carregador Owens estavam na cozinha enquanto eu preparava a refeição dele, né? Qualquer um dos dois pode ter mexido na comida enquanto eu fui buscar os ingredientes. Seu álibi é um pouco frouxo, porque eu deveria acreditar no que está falando.
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it? What? Truly? That's an alarming business oversight. Instead of volatile chemicals, the corporations should put barbiturates in everything. Everyone likes barbiturates. But I don't believe that was a risk with Helen's meal. I was, up to something else.
Okay.
I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal. Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here. Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait. I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Interessante.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
Eu também. Bom, eu tô fazendo as escolhas certas, rapaziada. Eu tô gostando. Carregar o...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%. Searching slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees. Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Mano.
Hello again. No new reservations have opened up, unfortunately, so I can't make anything for you right now. You have a look that screams, I have something to ask you about. Well, please, ask away. I have no problem with questions. Why would I?
Ai, meu Deus. Deus. Não, 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 não. Só não liga esse fogão aí. Cuidado.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Ai, ai. Qual é o prato terreno? Assado. É o marrom, né? Isso que é marrom lá.
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Valeu, valeu. Vamos lá falar com eles. Brain Eaters. Ah, tipo zumbi, né? Nossa, eu passo 300 vezes agora que eu percebi. Carregador e o... Como é? Constabulário. Vamos falar com esse carregadorão, esse aqui. Acho que é. Ali embaixo, vamos lá. Tô gostando até dessa parte do jogo de investigar. Eu acho legal. Very nice, very nice. Tinha uns bichos aqui, não tinha? Então. Ah, ele tá morto. Oh my lord. Calma aí. Não, me recuso, eu me recuso. Aí, pô, você é louco. Bico de pitorré gasosa. Que isso aqui? Eita, subindo de nível de novo. Tá bom. Isso aqui é bom, hein? Vou colocar esse aqui. É, recupera a gravação de segurança da cozinha. Fale com... Ixi, ele morreu. Por que tem bastante bicho aqui e não dá pra ver? Será que eles estão aqui embaixo? Wait a minute. Caralho, é muito. Porra. Mano, é muito forte. Gostei. Cadê meu rifle? Deixa aqui, não vou usar a pistolinha ainda. O que tem aqui? Tem alguma coisa aqui? Tinha que ter alguma coisa aqui. Bip, bip, bip. Bora lá, voltar lá com... no hotel. Acho que a gente tem que ir, amor, ali, ó. Não, lá no... Tá errado por aqui, não. Aqui, ó. O que a gente vai fazer aqui? Falar com... pegar o... a gravação, é isso? É na cozinha? Posso passar?
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments. Error. Unit designation no longer wine taster. Unit designation now deputy. Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste. How may this unit be of service to you? All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable? Bits received. Delivering footage. If you would like a wine recommendation to pair with that footage. Please submit the requisite request forms. Is there any other assistance this unit may provide? Checking logs. Error. Informational limitations found. 2. Reciting limitation 1. Do not tell users about constabulary sprat infestation. We do not need to pay the health inspector's bribe. A third time limitation 2. Do not read informational limitations aloud, especially not to any of those void-damned snot-nosed guests, or I'll have you sold for parts.
Toqueira? No. Tá bom. Acho que eu nem posso entrar aqui. Spencer Woolrich. Tem que falar com o velho? Por quê? Os conteúdos da aba são incompreensíveis para você. Podem estar escritos em códigos. Comerciante. Tá porra. Vamos lá. Tô bem quietinho, né? Que eu tô concentrado, rapaziada. Foi mal, aí.
What floor would you like to visit? If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Que engraçadinha você, hein?
I could not have waited another instant for your presence. The Canes and the Canids, Act 2,
Meu
Scene
Deus,
6.
é toda
I
hora.
played a love-struck janitor. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer. Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense. What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
Foi mal, rapaziada. Tem uma filmagem.
Tampering? No. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon. Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her. I will. Terror glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
Como se eu ligasse.
What will happen when all of the great actors are gone, Inspector? Who will replace us? No one. That's who. There will be nothing on the aether waves but serials starring mechanicals. I hope it's worth it.
I don't give a fuck. Ludovico,
What floor would you...
prende esse cara.
Next stop.
Next stop. Rapaziada, vou falar com o Ludovico no próximo episódio, né? A gente termina aí. Valeu, rapaziada. Tamo junto.